football playing Hawking?
Hawking?
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner, voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickard, the co-host, the good guy to know, Danny Berg. It's sweatshirt weather, it's awful.
It's cold.
It's terrible.
It's sweatshirt. Wearing my best dungarees.
I'm still not wearing like sweats or pants yet.
Well, you're busy.
Yeah, but still, I'm not ready for that until December.
December?
At least.
I told Tom earlier, normally I'm still in shorts, but as cold as it is outside, I think it's colder in here.
It's a little chilly.
And my office is actually competing with Tom's meat locker down here.
You would think, since your office is on the third floor, I was always told that heat rises.
It does.
So that just tells you how cold it is down here.
Right.
If you're cold upstairs.
Yeah, right. That cold air.
I can't work in this environment.
No.
The show's going to be a wreck today.
I think so too.
Just because of the environment. It's unfair working conditions.
I think next week it's supposed to be warmer. We could take it on the road.
Is that something we could bring up with HR? Unsafe, unfair working conditions?
Yeah.
Is that, or like, can we picket those?
We could. I don't know, Krieger, let us know.
Can you imagine the two of us picketing outside Angeli Hall? Wouldn't that be fantastic?
I think it might be something that's on the horizon. I might put the bird suit on just to warm up.
And picket.
Yeah.
And then Tom could view us, and we'll do the Falcons Corner while picketing the coldness in the student union.
You know what? Sounds good.
It's a possibility.
You know what, though? It keeps us awake.
Yes.
It definitely does. Sitting at a desk, if it's warm, I don't know.
Yeah. But as the weather gets colder, unfortunately, that means our fall sports are starting to finish up, their season. So, let's start off first with women's soccer, because Coach Tweedy got her first W as a college soccer coach. So congratulations to Coach Tweedy on their victory this past weekend.
Yeah, they went up. They had a busy weekend, doubleheader, or back-to-back, not doubleheader, but at Broome County on Saturday, and then we went to SUNY Ulster, and in what was the regularly scheduled final match of the season, got a win over the Senators of SUNY Ulster, which was huge for her. She had some girls out injured, and they came back, and selfishly, she was a former player of mine and captain, so I couldn't be more proud of her, getting hired when she did. Inheriting a team, getting them to trust her. And I actually saw right before the weekend they had a nice team dinner.
Saw that.
And you could just tell there was a lot of pictures, and it was great. And then they were able to get that W. And she said it took all season, but I think it's just building up to that point where you finally see what you were able to all work towards, and it was like a proud moment for me, of course, to be able to see it, and I couldn't be happier.
And if that's a wrap on their season, which is now probably, but there may be a game scheduled here or there, but at least for now, it's a good way to wrap up their season, especially for the returning, ladies, come back. It's like, all right, we're coming back on a one-game winning streak. We're building on something positive, so. It takes that, like we talked about, that monkey off your back as a coach. Like, you always want that first W. It's the first one's always the hardest one to get.
It is. And like you just said, with any of the girls who are coming back, a taste of the success. And then it's a great selling point for her on the program. That, hey, we might have taken our lumps, but it was the first year, and coming off a pandemic year, and who's coming back and who's not. Then injuries early on, so I think now that she has a grip on it, things will continue to move forward in a positive way.
And we look forward to getting the program back to where you had it.
Yeah, that was a lot of years ago.
That's okay, but we're looking for
playoffs around the corner.
You set the standard so high. That's why it was probably so tough to find coaching, because there's Danny Berg was coach, and the standard was set so high.
I don't know how high, but there was a good few years where we got to the playoffs and into the region championship. And we just want to make the program relevant again. And I really think that Coach Tweedy and the girls, such as our athlete of the week who's coming on later, helped put it back there after a struggle for a couple years.
Yeah, and we can talk about Rachel, because Rachel's been part of the program for a while, and she's athlete of the week, well deserved. She had a chance the past couple of weeks, but unfortunately Delvin Palmer just catches a bunch of passes and runs for a bunch
tough.
of yards.
It's tough.
But she was able to achieve those honors. So
Again, breaking through.
Yep, and she had a great season.
Absolutely.
So I know Tom's going to speak with her soon, and she'll be a guest here on the Falcons Corner. How exciting for her! My goodness gracious! You get a win, and you get to talk to Tom on the Falcons Corner.
And goals over the weekend.
Oy.
See us in person, probably.
Maybe there's a chance, depending on the timing of all this, that she may see this. Us walking off
set.
set.
Any better.
Oh my goodness gracious, what a day. But men finish up their season also, right? Unfortunately not on
the winning note, but again, they throughout the year, ups and downs, peaks and valleys, but they kept it together and they competed and they wrapped up their season again. However, we were in talks with another school about them potentially playing this Saturday evening with East Stroudsburg University. And East Stroudsburg, I just spoke with Coach Berkowitz this morning. They're just working on some logistics on the compliance side to make sure that it could be scheduled, and it would be down at Ealer Stadium. I hope I said it right. Down at East Stroudsburg on Saturday night. So maybe next week we'll be talking a recap of
something.
But if not, they finished out their season as well, and there's right now they're planning on it and they're still practicing.
Good. And like I said, even though it's cold in here, it's going to be warm outside the next couple of days here in the Scranton area. So those fall sports. I know Coach Pitt, his scheduled games are finished for softball, but he's still planning on taking advantage of the weather and stuff too. So, but and then one more fall sport, volleyball. So we have some home cooking coming up, and hopefully they could, maybe put a W up, win a set or two. So we'll see what happens.
The gym is done.
Yes, that's a W for us that we're having a home event in the student
in the gym
this year.
Now there is still a little bit of work because the platform is being built for the new score table, but that's separate.
Exactly.
From everything else. That's a Dr. Eric Larson edition.
Yes.
So it's getting done.
Yep.
It's going to be great. But home volleyball tonight when we're filming,
which is Tuesday.
And against County College Morris, and then
tonight, which if you're watching now is tonight.
Yeah, exactly, against Northampton in a doubleheader.
Yep.
Exciting. They wrap up their season on Thursday at County College Morris.
All right.
So it's a busy week, and they played last night against Harcum.
Yep.
All volleyball, all the time.
That's it. Listen, we had some cancellations and stuff for a variety of reasons, and they got to get those games in.
They're getting them in, and
listen,
Coach Pete.
You'd rather play than practice.
That's every day,
right? My goodness.
Every
so
day.
That's a dream. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no practice. We're just playing. Sign me up.
Who wants practice?
I had eligibility. I could have played.
No, who wants practice? No one wants practice.
Talking about practice. Speaking of practice, did you see this? I'm a Sixers fan, and it just came up. Ben Simmons practicing yesterday with his cell phone in his pocket. Are you out of your mind? Like, how badly do you want to get hurt in Philly? Like, people are not taking. Like, what is going on?
And he just wants to make sure he's leaving it in the pocket so they can get rid of him.
My goodness gracious!
Finally shows up, cell phone in pocket.
I want someone to show up to football practice tonight with their cell phone in their pocket and see what Coach Duda does.
Yeah, Coach Duda might throw them out.
Yeah, but now we can get off my rant because I just when you mentioned practice. Right. Well, again, no one likes to practice, including Ben Simmons, obviously, because he's just waiting for someone to give him a call.
He's waiting for the call to get out of town.
Yes,
they might run him out of town.
Yeah, exactly, and stuff too. So, but as we put on a wrap on our fall sports, we still have some stuff remaining, but let's save that to the end.
Okay.
Because Tom is going to talk to Rachel.
And she's here actually now.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's hiding behind the whiteboard, and she probably heard everything we were talking about.
All right, well that's
just noticed her as she was sitting down over there. So,
but we'll take a quick break, bring Rachel
good.
and Tom in, and then we'll come back and put a whole wrap on this bad boy.
Sounds good.
All right, good. We'll be right back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Hey, it's Tom Ferguson, Sports Information Director for Lackawanna College, and we're here with our Athlete of the Week here at Lackawanna College. We got Rachel Apsley from the women's soccer team. Rachel, 3 goals over the week, including a goal and an assist in the first win of the season for the Falcons, the season finale. Saved the best for last against SUNY Ulster this past Sunday. Rachel, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thanks so much for coming on with us. Congratulations on the big win. I know the season has been tough. You guys played a lot of good teams so far this year, a lot of ranked teams as well. How did it feel to finally get that win to finally have everything kind of come together this past Sunday?
It felt amazing. Like, I really think every single person put their heart and soul into the season, and I really think we should have came out with more than one win. But, you know, we learned it's not always about winning, and we came a long way mentally and physically.
Well, you guys had to battle through a lot. You know, this is a program that sometimes the numbers haven't been there. And certainly you've been here over the last couple seasons to kind of see that, where the numbers aren't there and you guys have to play a man down or whatever it might be. But to battle through injuries like you guys did and to still to come out at the end of the season really felt like you guys started to turn a corner a little bit the last couple games in terms of how you were competing.
Yeah, I for sure think that, we battled injuries. Again, like a new coach, a new way of training. There was a lot of things that we had to battle, but yeah.
And how did it feel this year to get, I keep saying kind of back to normal because it's not 100% back to maybe what it was before the pandemic, but you know, you lost last fall, had to play a shortened season in the spring, to get back to playing in the fall, to have, you know, a 10-game season so far. How did that feel to kind of get back a little more to normal?
It felt good. I think everyone's just grateful to even just be playing, to practice. There was no COVID results, anything like that. So it was a smooth season. We traveled. We had a really good time.
It felt like you guys bonded a lot too. It seems like these are the kind of seasons that where you can really kind of get to know your teammates well and bond well. It seemed like, you know, I heard there was laser tag at one point. You guys had a dinner a couple nights ago. I mean, how did you get along with your teammates?
Yeah, we're a big family. The freshmen, they adapted very well. I can really consider them, like, I'll remember them and remember this season forever, like, no matter what the results were. Yeah.
We're talking with Rachel Apsley, our Athlete of the Week here at Lackawanna College. So, season probably over at this point. What's the next step for you? What are kind of your plans moving forward here? You know, obviously finishing up at Lackawanna College, and where are you kind of looking or hoping to go elsewhere?
So after this semester, I plan on transferring to a four-year school. I have a bunch of options right now. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm majoring in criminal justice, so I plan on pursuing that, and we'll see what happens.
What do you want to do with your criminal justice degree?
I don't know if I want to be like a probation parole officer, but definitely working with people who are in abusive relationships or drugs, and I just want to make the world a different and better place, I guess.
Do you want to continue playing collegiately as well?
Yes,
at the four-year institution?
Yep.
Excellent, very cool. You led the team this year with 6 goals on the season. Really felt like you and Ashley Bruno kind of developed a great relationship. You know, you guys have been here for, this is your 3rd year now, right? And obviously Sophia with the team as well, and Joanna, kind of helping out as well. What kind of bond did that kind of build for you guys to kind of go through that and be here for now the 3rd season? Yeah,
we've been through like ups and downs, and I think just it wasn't for us, it was for, each other, and like those are my girls for life, and it was just the other day hugging them and just knowing like it wasn't just for the sport, it was for each other. It felt really good.
What was it that kind of drove you to Lackawanna College? What was it that made you say, you know what, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to, apply my craft?
In high school, I didn't have the best grades and stuff like that, and I didn't get the offers that I wanted. So I just 2 years is to, work on myself. I think it's a good path to go.
And what was it about Lackawanna when you came and kind of saw it that kind of you were like, all right, this is where I can do this. This is where I can kind of help myself out.
Everyone here wants the best for you and wants you to be to that next level, and it was a really good move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, where are you from originally?
I was born in Jersey, and then now I'm in PA, Allentown, Bethlehem.
Okay, so you've got a little Jersey in.
Yep.
Okay, so you kind of straddle that line. Okay, so came here. Obviously, is pizza as big a thing in Allentown maybe as it is up this way?
No. The New Jersey pizza on the beach and stuff. There's nothing that beats it.
All right. Okay, that's fair. What's kind of your go-to meal here on campus, especially at the cafeteria? What's kind of your go-to?
It depends my mood. I really like the cheeseburgers for some reason. I don't know what it is. Yeah, they're really good.
Okay. What about off campus? Have you been is there anywhere in downtown Scranton or anything like that that's kind of your go-to?
Jeez. I like Krispy Kremes, yeah. A late night snack.
It's hard to beat that.
Yeah, I know.
Especially when that light is on and you know they're, okay, yep, that's a good choice. What about pregame routine for you? Every athlete kind of has their own thing that they do before a game or that they need to do. Is there some sort of routine? Is there a food you have to eat? What's kind of your pregame routine?
Definitely listening to music, just focusing. I take, like, say a prayer, have some fruits. I don't eat too much before. And just like telling me like my goals of what I want to achieve for the game.
Yeah. So like just what focusing on what you want to do and where you want to go with it. Well, very cool, Rachel. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations on winning Athlete of the Week, and we look forward to seeing where you go in the future. Well, here at Lackawanna College and beyond that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more. Mike and Daniel will wrap it up next. It's Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Oil and gas jobs are back. Are you looking for a life-changing experience? Lackawanna College's School of Petroleum and Natural Gas can put you on a path to a lucrative career in the production and delivery of America's energy in just 2 years. Choose from 2 degree programs or 2 certificate programs with internships that give students real-world and practical experience in the field. Lackawanna College will give you the education you need to build a career in this exciting industry. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Apply today at lackawanna.edu.
Hey everybody, back on the Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rigger, good guy to know. The co-host, Danny Berg. Rachel, great job with that interview. You're still there, so tremendous work.
She's hanging around just to make sure.
She wants to see, well, we always say we film in front of a studio audience, and so we have a studio audience of 1, and if we count Tom in the back, we haven't talked to Tom yet today. Tom, you all right back there? He went from being on camera to just being mic'd to just giving thumbs up.
What the hell happened? What producer did he
I don't
make
know.
mad?
Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it was just too much work putting it all together. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's very busy. There's a lot of stuff going on.
There
and
is.
Esports is still ongoing, so he has to post those recaps and put all that
night
on our social media site. So every night there's some stuff going on. And he's just on Twitter constantly. Or not on Twitter, but I meant Twitch.
Twitch. He's on Twitter too.
Yeah.
And Instagram.
Yep.
Facebook.
Yep.
YouTube.
Yep. So follow those. Help Tom out a little bit.
Sidearm. Emails from me that
Yes.
say this was scheduled, this was canceled.
Yep.
It's rescheduled.
Speaking of scheduling, football has another Sunday kickoff, 3 o'clock at Shepherd University as they place Hawking College, trying to get back into the win column. So we want to wish our Falcon football guys and coaching staff the best of luck this upcoming weekend. And of course, we wish Joe Paparelli, who's traveling with the football team, not with the football team, but traveling out to Shepherd University, the best of travels also.
Traveling with the Mrs. Paparelli.
Yes.
Heading out on the road, heading south, overnight trip.
Yep.
Make their way home.
Yep.
Can't beat it.
And hopefully, giving stats on a W. So, I know the Falcons are hoping to get back in that win column. Halfway through the season, just spoke with Coach Duda, and he's hoping just to run the table. He's got a tough schedule, but hoping to, really put some stuff together. And we talked about their 2 losses that we talked about a bunch of times on the show came basically on one play on each side of the ball. That, other than that, they're 5-0 and probably top 5 in the country.
Exactly. And I think after that heartbreaker, which it was, having that week off, I think helps.
Yep.
I mean, maybe not to them. I don't know. I'm not into their but for me, it's like it gives you a little bit of time to regroup and you didn't have to go right at it.
Yep.
And now it's like the whole second half of the season, like you just said, like let's grind it out.
Yep.
Let's get going.
And even talking to some of the guys, they had a chance with the bye week last week to go home.
Which is nice.
So they were like, I wasn't really feeling it, but then I went home and it was great and I feel refreshed.
That's great.
So a lot of the guys, I think are ready to have a great second half of the
season.
It
They
is.
report, the last day of July, early August. Be able to get that time to be able to go home, and their season continues on where some of them are wrapping up and they can go home for Halloween and beginning in November.
And they're here through Thanksgiving. So
that's it, right? So there's a lot of value in that too.
Yeah. So best of luck to the Falcons. Play hard, stay safe, travel safely, all that good stuff.
Get back with the W.
4-2, start cracking back into those rankings and get ready to travel out to Snow and then to Georgia Military.
Can't wait.
Beautiful. And then we got winter sports are knocking on the door. Men's and women's basketball scrimmaging. Women had a scrimmage last week, and they're scrimmaging again this week. And also our men are here this week and scrimmaging.
Busy.
Yep.
Busy.
Yep.
You know, the women have Northampton on Thursday. It'll be a matchup of Coach Whittington against her former assistant, Coach Terry Bomar. You know, he'll be back in the gym. Talk about coaching trees. There's one right there. So that'll be exciting. And then the men finally get their feet wet with the scrimmage on Saturday against Central Penn College at 11 a.m.
And I know the men are anxious. They've been busting their butts in the weight room, you know, for the last couple months, and you know, they are actually putting together some good numbers in the weight room. So I'm hoping that translates onto the playing floor for them too. So, so best of luck to all our Falcon athletes. Stay up to date on all Falcons stuff. www.lackawannafalcons.com, and then all social media sites. All those platforms are there, and then Twitch, catch all our esports action, and make sure you recognize all the hard work Tom does, putting all that stuff on those social media sites. Help out Tom.
Help Tom out, and then don't forget about YouTube, because that's where the only place you really get to see us.
Yes.
The talent, and I'll say the sidekick. I can't even say good guys. No, you're the one in charge. This is your show.
Yeah, I don't like the pressure.
You've been the mainstay.
No.
You've been here right from the beginning, and you haven't been suspended.
I haven't missed a show. What happens if I can't make a show?
Oof.
There's no show.
Well, what happened when you didn't have a co-host? You did it with yourself.
I interviewed
twice.
Yeah.
It's like Multiplicity with Michael Keaton.
That's a great movie, by the way.
It is.
So terrific.
Hi, Steve.
All right. Best of luck to all our Falcons competing this week. Best of luck to our winter sports, kicking off their seasons with their scrimmage and stuff too. And we'll talk all about it next week on the Falcons Corner.
Can't wait.
All right. See you next week, Falcon Nation. Take flight.